Chameleons, welcome back to my channel. I am Tasha if you're new, and if you're not, welcome on back. Well, guess what, you guys? I feel like it's been forever since I did a makeup tutorial, you guys, especially using some of my favorite makeup brands like Urban Decay. Well, if you're one of those lucky ones that got your hands on this palette and you want to see some looks created from this palette, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a fun gradient green look using some of the colors from the Urban Decay Love NYC palette. So if you like this look and want to rock this for some fun looks during the holiday season, stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay, let's get started. Now the very first thing we're going to do to create this beautiful smoky gradient eye is definitely prime our eyelid. And the primer I will be using is the teeny tiny primer potion that comes in this Book of Shadows set. So definitely get those lids primed. After we got those lids primed, I'm actually going to take my jumbo pencil from NYX or NYX, and I'm going to be using the milk pencil. I'm basically going to apply the pencil in the inner corner of my eye. Now once you have the pencil on, and it will look a little crazy like this, take a flat eyeshadow brush just like so, and I'm going to take that and blend it out. By doing so, this will make that white eyeshadow shade we will use from the palette to pop a little bit more and help avoid the shadow creasing by lightly patting down the milk jumbo pencil. So that's our second step. Now, the first color we're going to use from the palette is called Oozy. This one has a lot of glitter, so I'm going to recommend grabbing a flat brush. This is just a 242 brush from MAC. Pack on just a little bit of that pigment like so. And then we're going to press it on the eyelid ever so slowly because it does have a lot of glitter fallout. So to avoid some of that fallout, you won't be able to avoid all. Just use patting motions when applying the shadow on. And once you get the shadow on, you are okay to start blending the shadow along the inner corner of the eye like so, and patting it on the lid. Okay, so it still looks kind of funny, hey? Now with the same brush, I'm going to be grabbing a beautiful green. This green is called Cush. And using the same brush, we're going to pack on some color onto that brush like so. And then we're going to pat this on the lid, slightly overlapping where we applied Oozy. Now right now we're just going to be creating the color pattern on the lid only, and once we get the color pattern applied, we're going to start doing some blending. So right now our main concern is just getting the color on the lid portion of the eye. And we're going to be breaking the eye up in thirds to create this eye look. Now once you have that color applied, you can lightly take the brush and lightly blend out that line where Cush and Oozy meet. And again, this will give you a nice little gradient eye, and you can bring that color inwards a little bit more like so. Now that we have that color applied on the lid, we're going to go ahead and grab Loaded, which is this beautiful smoky green shade. Again, using the same brush, pack some of Loaded onto the brush by swiping. You have Loaded there. And again, we're going to tap that on the outer third of the eye. Now once you have the color tapped on the outer third, we're going to switch to a blending brush, and I'm just going to be using my Sigma, the SS224 brush. It's the shorter version of the MAC one. And I'm going to start blending out that color. So I'm going to start from the inner corner of the eye since it is the lightest without any shadow on here. And I'm going to start blending upward like so. And I'll move my way to Cush and start blending that upward. And then move my way out to Loaded and blending that one upward just like so. And then you'll start getting a nice fade from the lid of the eye and fading up to that brow bone area of our eye. Now it's really going to fade out a lot, so that's where we're going to go back and start adding a little bit more color and packing it on it and intensifying. So I say always start off with this first, because you can always go back and intensify, but if you put too much color on, it's really hard to blend out something that's been applied too heavily for this look. So it's been blended up, now we're going to intensify the color. So using that 224 brush or any dome shaped brush like so, grab a little bit more of Loaded, get it on the tip of the brush. If you need to, tap off the excess and use a patting motion in the outer corner of the eye, and then start to blend that color upward. It's going to look a little funny. See that? Look like a big old black wing on the outer corner eye. That's okay, because we're going to go back and intensify the green on the eye too. Now as you start getting to the brow bone, you want to lift pressure off that brush and just lightly sweep off that color. And then now we're going to go back and grab Cush, the lightest green from the palette. Pat, pat, pat. Get the color on and start where we started with Loaded and start moving our way inward. And I'm just mainly blending in circular motions, which is okay for this look. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of Uzi, and I mean a little bit, just by tapping it just like so. And we're going to blend out the inner corner of the eye. So once you've done that, we got the gradients, but now we need to clean up this little edge right there. But before we do that, I'm going to clean out that 224 brush I was using, and this time we're going to grab Midnight Cowboy Rise Again, and that's that pretty fleshy glittery tone. On the second row, we're going to take the same brush and tap off the excess, and what I'm going to do is lightly press a little bit on the arch of my brow, and then start to blend that above the shadows, and then blend it outward to soften out the edges, and then again move our way inward with the remainder. Again, I don't want it too frosty on the side, I just want it really soft, and again my purpose is just to blend out the edges of the shadow. Now once we have that, we basically have the shadow on. We want to do some shading and touching up. So for my shading, I'm going to grab my NARS number 12 brush, which is a shorter dome shaped brush. I'm going to grab Perversion now. I'm going to take a little bit of Perversion onto the tip of the brush. If you need to, tap off the excess. And what I'm going to do is start at the lash line and darken it up just like so. And then move my way to the inner portion of my crease. And just basically create a V shape, just to create some shadowing. This will give the eye a little bit more contrast and interest to this look. And again, I'm using light pressure. Now you notice I do have some fallout there. That is okay. We're going to clean it up after we finish with this look before I apply my foundation. Now, since I have the majority lid, I'm going to go back and touch up Cush just so it pops a little bit more by grabbing that 242 brush. Grab a little bit more if it's Cush, like Push, Cush, or Cush, I don't know, correct me please. I'm going to take that and just pat it on the lid of my eye, just like so. Just to re-intensify that color after all those darker shades dropped on my lid, and you end up with this bright green eye. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is apply some shadow along the lower lash line. I'm going to take Perversion with my angle brush, just like so. Tap off the excess if you need to, and I'm going to run that along the lower lash line, just like so. And just move it to the inner corners of my eye, like so. Now I'm going to grab a Loaded and do the same thing with the same brush. I'm going to overlap Loaded on top of Perversion, which is that matte black shadow. And then the final thing I'm going to do is actually go back and clean up. I'm going to line my waterline with my black Wet n Wild liner. And then once I finish lining my eyes, I'm going to grab my Sonia Kashuk, and these are the Full Glam Lashes. You can find it at your local Target. But once I get those on, I'll be back to show you what I do to finish off this look. Okay, so welcome back. Here is the final look. I added those Sonia Kashuk lashes and lined my waterline and everything. Now to finish off this look, I went ahead and added my foundation, and today I just been feeling my makeup forever. I need to use this up. I'm so low. I'm ready to try something new. Maybe Chanel or NARS, we'll see. What do you guys want to see? But if you're dying to know what my shade is in Makeup Forever HD, my shade is 173, but I have that on. Now for my cheeks and lips, I decided to keep it pretty light down here since this is Screaming Eyes and everything. What's this? I don't know. But I decided to break out my NARS, and this is my bronzer by them called Casino. And I just simply applied a little bit toward the contour of my cheeks just to kind of slim down my face. And I'll talk about the slim down in another video. But we used that. And for my cheeks, I decided to break out one of my old favorites from MAC. It's called Fandabulous. I forgot if this came out during a Sugar Sweet collection or so many collections that came out, I can't keep track anymore. But it's a beautiful bronzy, glowy cheek color. I decided to add it to my cheeks right along here just to kind of warm up my cheeks, but without being too much. And for my lips, I decided to break out one I never told you guys about, but I've been using the Bare Minerals Buxom Lip Balm, and it's called Copacabana, and it's a beautiful balm that has a tint of color that creates this nice neutral look. It has a peppermint feel to it, so it's plumping and making the lips nice and full and luscious, but that's my lip color. And that's pretty much it, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial using the Urban Decay Love NYC palette. And if you out there would like to see more looks, leave me some comments below in this video. What type of looks would you like to see? Smoky eyes, like a classic smoky eye, some bright, fun, and dramatic eyes, wearable eyes? Leave me some comments below. And the most comments that I receive, I'll pick those suggestions and create the next video for from using this palette here. But definitely do that for me, you guys. And also, I don't know if I have it before this video or after this video, but I will be doing an update on my Haley's curls. I did do my first install by myself, you guys. I was so nervous, but it turned out pretty nice, you guys. So I'll talk about that in the next video. And then I also will be having a review of this palette. So if you guys want to learn a little bit more information about the Urban Decay Book of Shadows Volume 3, I know the holidays are around the corner, and maybe you guys wanting to know if this is your first time using it, you want to know if it's worth it, or should you give this as a gift, and I will definitely have that video up for you guys shortly. But again, thank you all so much for coming back to my channel, supporting my channel by rating, comment, subscribing, telling your friends about it, because I believe we're already at almost, either we're at 10,000 subscribers or we just got there. But thank you all so much for your support. I truly enjoy talking to you guys and making these fun tutorials to help you guys beautify yourself and your life as well. But anyways, you guys, before I keep talking and rambling, I better go. But I will see you all in the next video. You guys have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.